3, 2. Okay, we're back at being black. I'm sorry, I'm not black. I'm melanin dominant. Who is this talking? Yeah, it's Brother R.A. Oops, let's bring the picture, the top of the website up. Brother R.A. See all this media? And have we interpreted that yet? And now, for those that do get to this page and get this information, please just hit the YouTube button, because I don't do the blog anymore. Just post the stuff on YouTube. And that's last week's show, and you can see the archives of all that RA has produced when, oops, let's see, can I go back one and, does that, yeah, there we go. So 6 views of last week's show, 8 views. Oh, 54 views with the sister on. Interesting. Brother R.A. So, with this being just me, Brother R.A., the brother has something to say each and every day. Let's come in here and take care of this business. 1 minute into the show, 36 seconds, and issue your chi. Is this close enough? Can you see I'm touching my herb? People will call it this and that, but this element is a hallucinogen, but it came up out of the earth. And so, you know how some people are plastic and some people are wood, and this came up out of the earth just like a tree would. How does the tree at 109 get a full circle? Oh, wait a minute, it has its roots go down and it reaches towards the sky, and it's a circumference. And being that circumference, oh, we don't want to waste, no, I'm picking up all my flakes. Anal retentive, Brother R.A. Now I'm going to take my hit. I don't ever have to hurry or rush. Even though this is a 57-minute show, it's like I'm a divine energy. And as that divine energy, as a child of the sun, one who attaches himself to the earth and reach up. Reach is the wrong connotation. And I'm going to deal with that denotative, connotative, absolute, abstract. You know, we don't really get an understanding. What? How does water flow? It's always balanced to the surface of the earth. So if you get wood and water, that helps the tree grow. And that's not high. Now, can you imagine at 103, that trinity, if I tap into me, myself, and I, oops, it's 104, and I reach the 4 corners of myself. He's still there? Life is not hard. You make your own choices. You decide. I thought last week's show was really good. I just tapping into the various aspects of who I am as a divine energy. 105. Wait a minute, isn't today the 1st? I mean, the 5th? Ah! Wait a minute. 2022, yin and yang, balanced, and it's the 5th. And how do we draw that number 5? Can y'all see that? There's a 5 and then the converse of the 5. And what does that connote? What are the connotations? What can you extract? 5 being half. Or is it half? It's half a 10. But what is it of 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, the sphere at the top of the 1 at 107. You know, y'all might as well think of me as a brother from another planet. When did this come out? Put your glasses back on, boy. You're a senior citizen, 58 this month, February 17th. You talking all this shit. 1984. Brother from another planet. And you're trying to communicate with him. And he doesn't speak this language, but he understands. What do you understand? And last night I had the nerve to watch Amistad. The notes. It's just so much going on. Let's get into the Tao. I'm just blurting it. I'm just flirting as a starfish. All this knowledge about the tentacles of your brain and your mind. 'Cause I can. Am I oppressed, depressed, suppressed, or do I choose? I wish to be free. Free my mind, myself. It's me, myself, and I. I am the one at 109. I'm reaching a full sphere of consciousness with the balancing of my liquid pineal gland. Oh, that nigga's crazy. Change the channel. I don't want to listen to that shit. I don't want to acknowledge my own divinity. No. Read the book, R.A. Shut up. Dang Ming Dao. 365. Daily Meditations. Page 44. Stretching. When young, things are soft. When old, things are brittle. Stretching, both literally and metaphorically, is a necessary part of life. Physically, a good program of stretching emphasizes all parts of the body. You loosen the joints and the tendons first, so that subsequent movements will not hurt. Then methodically stretch the body, beginning with the larger muscle groups, such as the legs and back, and proceed to finer and smaller parts like the fingers. Coordinate stretching with breathing. Use long and gentle stretches rather than bouncing ones. When you stretch in one direction, always be sure to stretch in the opposite direction as well. If you follow this procedure, your flexibility will undoubtedly increase. Metaphorically, stretching leads to expansion and flexibility and personal growth. A young plant is tender and pliant. An older one is stiff, woody, and vulnerable to breaking. Softness is thus equated with life. Hardness with death. The more flexible you are, the greater mental and physical health. Damn. 121. And you're going to tell me about a State of a Union address? What kind of union? A what? A demonocracy? Valuing dead slaveholders on paper? I'm sorry, I am that brother from another planet, another mother. You people, read already. You don't want to get into the more flexible you are, the greater your mental and physical health. Now, let's read 45. Circulation. Spirituality begins in the loins. Ascends up the back. And returns to the navel. Spirituality is not just mental activity. It is also an expression of energy. The source of this energy is physical, rooted in the basic chemistry of the body. Self-cultivation refines this energy for spiritual attainment. Enlightenment for a follower of Tao is therefore a psychophysical achievement. It is a state of being rather than mere intellectual understanding. once the energy is awakened through special exercises and meditations, the follower of Tao knows how to draw this energy upward. The force begins from the genitals and rises up the spine. On its way, it nourishes the kidneys, nerves, and blood vessels. When it passes the base of the skull, the nervous system and the lower parts of the brain are stimulated. Reaching the crown, this river of energy opens an entire subconsciousness potential of a huge man being. Mm, mm, mm. Descending downward, it nourishes the eyes, the senses, and the vital organs at 117.11. The parallel lines, you tapping into yourself. Mm, mm, mm. Cascading toward the navel, it returns us to our original state of purity. From there, it returns to the loins again, ready to be drawn into another circuit. Just as all existence operates on a continuum between gross physical matter and the most subtle levels of consciousness, so too does the follower of Tao utilize all parts of the body, mind, and spirit for spiritual devotion. Are you spiritual with yourself, 119? Do you make love to yourself? Do you get that deep into me, myself, and I? The base of the pyramid, 4 corners. You get to the top of the pyramid, one eye, 119. You're able to see in the 4 directions, externally and internally. I'm still looking for the mother of my children. 120. Yin and yang. Someone who can comprehend and understand her divinity as Mother Nature. I'm doing what I can as a thinking black man, melanin dominant, to raise the self-esteem and self-confidence of melanin dominant black women. The media we ingest does not revere the black woman, Mother Nature. I, as the black man, have to step above and beyond in this election year, above in 2020, the nonsense of the denotative. It won 21. And I have to go into the depths of who I am and understand me as a black man. What is my role and responsibility as Father Nature? So Patrick Mahomes, Super Bowl champion, little young black motherfucker who can run and throw. All those years of white quarterbacks standing in the pocket. Oh, that Kansas City Chiefs. Wait a minute. We in the United Snakes of America, right? And Kansas City, I thought I saw more black people on the sidelines playing for Kansas City, representing Kansas City, than I did in the whole Kansas audience. But wait a minute, whose land is this? Oh, that's right, I'm here in New England, a branch of the old England, in Boston, the intellectual mecca of the world, 123. I can't expect my melanin recessive inbred mutant albino child with the calcified pineal gland to understand, oh, what is this, a competition? I have to compete. Where is there competition and balance and harmony? Are we balancing ourselves harmonically within ourselves? I mean, how traumatizing was that? Still, getting ready to go 58, promoted on trial. Oh, we put him back in the second grade. What about the education of our children? Just letting them watch the idiot box. As a father, it's like Patrick Mahomes, thank you for winning, but whether he won or lost, it didn't matter. But my point is, 9/10 the world's population is melanin dominant. Black, brown, red, yellow people, all melanin dominant, with a liquid pineal gland, and our albino child with the calcified pineal gland has all this competition and disharmony and distrust and self-hate. And what about the owner's box and the dudes in the suit on the sideline? There, this is my team of niggas. 125. Yeah, slavery's over, quote unquote, but who's teaching you to tap into the divinity of yourself? And regardless of your environment, use the manipulation to suit yourself. They're making us have to use, or it's not a us and them. It's a father and a child. And it's my fault. I left that baby out in the woods because I was upset. I had a mutant child, an albino baby, and it was raised by the wolves. The wolf had enough sense to raise the child, eat dead flesh, blah, blah, blah. But in our spirituality, 126, the lower part of ourselves, we have to deal with this physical arena and understanding the media and the manipulation and the misinformation and self-hate. How do you tap into your divine self? How do you have this self-esteem, this confidence and belief in yourself? You have to nourish yourself to be able to create this thought and this illusion that you are divine. It's all about your mind. And I'm trying to be kind at 127. We're not getting to that right angle at the top of the 7. Why are these digits drawn this way? Is the meta netta or the hieroglyphics or the information, is it being interpreted? And what was my boy saying? There's a new radio station some ride driver told me to check out. And I'm going to shut up. I'm just going to say I'm a brother from another mother, brother from another planet, and my next note is to read 363. Night. In night's vast ocean, sun, moon, earth align, pulling the earth out of roundness and making tides rage. Such is the power of night. Night 129. You are mother of all. You existed before all. You are the background, the fabric, the whole underpinning of the universe. In you is abstruse. In you is abstruse mystery, darker than the deepest water, blacker than the sleep of sleeps. Mm, mm, mm. You are an inconceivable fertility, a wild and uncontrollable realm from which strangeness and power and creativity and mutation and life spring at 1:31:22. The miracle of birth comes from you. And the horror of death. That is why you both comfort and frighten us. Stars and planets are scattered through you like luminant pearls. You string them on your current effortlessly. And the pull of the synergy is so tremendous that the birth shape of the earth is pulled out of roundness. The seas exceed their brims, and the heads and hearts of all the creatures on this planet are made to pound and wonder. In dazzled confusion at 1:33. The external, the internal, are we tapping in to any aspects of ourselves? Is it right for me to blame I needed that. I needed the leveling water site. I can't blame. I can't go outside the matter. I am it all. Turning 58. Halfway there. Can y'all see? Oh, I have to come back to this shot. The 5. Can y'all see that 5 at all? The converse of the 5. That particular image. Are we halfway there? Is it something I can see within me and not blame anything outside of me because it's all of me? Me, myself, and I am one with the environment, only third planet away from the sun. The miracle of birth comes from you. And the horror of death. This is why you both comfort and frighten us. Stars and planets are scattered through you like luminant pearls. You string them on your current effortlessly. I'm working to be effortlessly. and pull the synergy. The pull of synergy is so tremendous that the birth shape of Earth is pulled out of roundness. The seas exceed their brims, and the heads and hearts of all the creatures on this planet are made to pound and wonder in dazzled confusion when the stars and novas burst. Energy untold is unleashed. Explosions of such magnitude that human intellect and instruments could never hope to measure, even if made superior by 100-fold. And yet these flames burn out, sputter, become mere dim coals in the supreme expanse that is night. Night. You are mother without a mother. You are mystery and power and ruler of all time. 138:22. Just sharing a level of understanding of self. I will continue into some of my other notes. Watching Universal Soldier, I think I explained that last week. Being the blade of a grain of sand in the hourglass, going from consciousness to unconsciousness or subconsciousness or absolute abstract. Hourglass. That's also in the Tao. And finding a mate. That's still the underlying concurrent of going back to Kansas City. Mentoring and understanding, wait a minute, you have the Massachusetts flag with the melanin dominant red man after invading this land, and now in 2020 we have the Kansas City Chiefs. That's the Indian chiefs representing the red man or the melanin dominant man versus the San Francisco 1849ers dealing with the gold rush because the melanin recessive child was excited by the flashy gold. Isn't the Massachusetts State House gold Dome, Massachusetts, intellectual Mecca, Harvard, MIT, astute. But I'm talking about feeling the vibe of the land. This is still our land. We need to value and think about what we value. Ride drivers telling me they work 40 to 60 to... I'm like, yo, ain't there only 178 hours in a week? And you work how many? And you're a father? And this is election what? In 2020? And who... I mean, we've been from a Bush to a Clinton to now a Trump. Last night was the state of the... Union? Have we unified ourselves with this divided and conquered mind frame? 142. And understanding, okay, on 127, 2020 at 10:44 p.m., I had the thought, allow the instinct of the mind to move the body, not the controlling thought of the mind, brain, muscle, but move your body. Distinction between brain, a muscle in the skull, and the mind, which can't be defined because that would be limiting. As father of nature, I'm not going to limit nor define any of my children's minds. Tai Chi, meditation and movement, allows the natural genetic instinct of the mind at a seasoned state of relaxation and comfort within yourself to move your torso, thorax, pelvis, spine, neck, head as the center line. The legs and arms, feet, ankle, knee, and joint that connects the femur to the pelvis. And the wrist, elbow, shoulders are just flexible appendages to the centerline source, the pelvis. All moves begin in the pelvis. Allow the mind in the pelvis as one, with no joints tight, but relaxed, not forgetting the third circle. Well, the top, middle, bottom, denotative, connotative, absolute, abstract, physical, mental, and spiritual. Anybody comprehending any of this shit? Am I just talking to myself, recording this shit for future's sake? That was great writing in Amistad, Debbie Allen. Should I let it be known that I'm available to be pursued? I had the note on 128, 2020 at midnight. I wrote Malcolm X on steroids. No romance with no finance. doing it in the park, doing it after dark. Oh yeah, Rock Creek Park. $145. Are we in sync with ourselves? Are we delving deep enough into what we value? Being pursuable in what I value for a mate as the mother of my child. Should I share this type of information as a mentor in the community so that we can still raise our children with a sense of self-esteem and self-confidence and belief in self, despite the media manipulation of needing dead slaveholders as a value? That's a calcified pineal gland thought structure. Homie was talking about fake blacks and either you reach the core of yourself. Are you going to reach into the depths of your mind? And stop being, I say nigga. I don't give a fuck what you call me. I know who the fuck I am at 147. So dealing with how deep do you allow yourself to feel into you? What controls your feelings? What level? Is there a filter for your feelings? Is there a liver for your mind? Your five senses? A liver for what you see, hear, smell, taste, touch? Is that supposed to be the brain? A muscle in the skull? Wikipedia. Human brain is the control organ of the human nervous system, and with the spinal cord makes up the central nervous system. The brain consists of the cerebrum, the brainstem, the cerebellum. It controls most of the activities of the body, processing, integrating, and coordinating the information it receives from the sense organs, makes decisions as instructions. Sent to the rest of the part of the body. The brain is contained and protected by the skull and bone of the head. Brain, a filter for the mind? Where's your first eye? Classism. This is ABC. 1, 2, 3. Why is this not seen? Calcification, no liquid, no moisture, dry. How many levels of self-hate? Where does the buck stop? Is this the dollar or the bull? I'm allowing it to be revered, to reverse it back, to integrate one with the verse. Just occurred to me. This is going to be during Black Hour Story Month, Black History Month, or Black Hour Story Month at 150. The best compliment you motherfuckers out there could give me is, fuck that nigga, he's crazy. Fuck that nigga, he's crazy. Quincy Adams. in Amistad played Anthony Hopkins. Here, that's at 4/4/2020, 7/18. Watching Amistad, making sure they haven't hold on. Hearts of stone. Some people are made up of no good. What you see is what you get. Some people are made up of lies. I have good intentions. So now, at 1:51, Debbie Allen, she did Amistad. And, of course, I gotta make sure this is DreamWorks production, Spielberg. After Spielberg's Schindler's List inspired Debbie Allen. And so then I'm watching Amistad, what I say, from, what year was that? 90 what? OMG. HBO, Morgan Freeman, Spielberg. So, I can't find the damn year. I can't see it. I can't read. 97. I had to change it. Alright, so Amistad. Make sure they have good counsel. Who am I? Father Nature. Are we just going to deal with the external? What was this? Isabella, Queen of Spain and President of the United States running for office? John Quincy Adams? Who are they? Who are you? Cinque took out the head of a lion. Give us free! Mandalay. Wherever he goes, the sun is with you. So they were reading the Bible and seeing the halo of Jesus around him. And so they were interpreting that his aura, or his force, or his energy inside of him had integrity. So Jesus had the aura around him all the time. The sun followed him. Are you allowing the sun to follow you? At 1:54, what does that 9 represent? 5 and 4. Are you getting to yin and yang? To both halves of you, confidently, comfortably, relaxingly, enjoying who you are as a divine energy? Give us free? Am I in competition? If I am, it's only with me, myself, and I. Should I worry about someone else raising my self-esteem and self-confidence to believe in who I am? And happy birthday month to me. In my story, our story, night. Are you going to hold on to it tight? Are you going to open yourself up and allow yourself to tap into who you really are? And where's your integrity? How is that spelled? Integrity, the one that we straight. You keeping your pelvis and your spine, relaxing your shoulders, allowing yourself to go deep within yourself. Seek and ye shall find. Knock, and the door shall be open unto you. Are you knocking? Hello? Anyone home? Stop it, already. Be nice. I'm gonna relax and chill and just go into myself. Still looking for that mate, and what is the standards for her? And if I were to do that to her, and what kind of chi and energy do I have? And what are my standards? Love thy neighbor as thyself, but first of all, you have to love yourself. How many of you make love with yourself?